someone's book. Radhe Radhe, Dandavat Pranam. Sorry for being a minute late. Welcome to Shri Shri Radha Vinobihari Mandir, Gopinath Bhavan, Shri Vrindavan Dham. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhagwan Guru Guru Varga ki jai, Patik Pavan Shri Nityanand Prabhu ki jai, Prem Purushottam Shachinandana Gaur Hari ki jai, Radha Vinobihari Ju ki jai, Radha Ramana Ju ki jai, Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Gaur Bhaktivedanta ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. So we'll begin with page 1, Mangalacharan. In this book, Shri Gauri Gita Kucha, Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam. Vandeham Shri Guru Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaisnava Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamritam Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayaniti Namine Shri Krishna Lakapane Sudaksham Audarya Madhurya Gunaishta Yuktam Varam Varinyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Shirasha Namami Kridam Vinam Bhakta Shiromanincha Shri Krishna Pada Jivitaika Vritti Chaitanya Leelamrita Sarasar Narayanam Tvam Satatam Prapadye Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine Namaham Vishnupadaya Gaurapresthaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhakti Prajna Keshavaviti Namine Ati Martya Charitraya Swashritanam Chaparine Jivanute Sadarmaya Shri Nama Premadayine Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shri Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabhaye Krishna Sambandha Vidyana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryam Jvala Premadhya Shri Rupanura Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinakarine Rupanurabhirubhapa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gauri Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambodhe Padam Jayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhuvestam Nirdeshta Sajanapriya Vaishnava Sarvabhoma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyeva cha Patinanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahamananyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradhishe Namaha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jayatam Sudato Pango Mama Mandam Mate Gati Matsarvasvapadam Doja Radha Madanamo Hano Vrindaranyakalpadumadam Srimad Ratnagara Sinhasanastho Shri Shri Radha Shri Govinda Deva Preshthayami Sevyamanussmarami Shri Mandra Sarasarambhi Vam Shivata Tatastitaha Karshande Usvanayoti Bhaktinatha Shri Stunaha Vrindaye Tulasi Devyaye Priyaye Keshamasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavatyai Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupasvarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktatyam Namami Bhaktashaktikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhavamahadavam Nirvapanam Shreya Vairava Chandrika Vitaranam Purnamritashvaganam Sarvatma Sapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Harer Nama Harer Nama Harer Nameva Kevalam Kalo Nastyeva 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 Gatiranyata Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Excuse me. Guru Charana Kamal Bhajaman, page 359 in our songbook. If you do not have the songbook, then we have Jiva Pavana Prabhu. Jiva Pavana Prabhu very kindly and mercifully posts the bhajans in the comment section of the thread. So just scroll to the most recent, newest post of Jiva Pavana Prabhu, and there you will find the bhajan along with translation and frequently beautiful commentaries from our acharyas. Thank you.
Dandavat Pranam Jiva Pavana Prabhu and Dandavat Pranam all Vaishnavas.
Gurudeva ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gopala Gururi Guru Varga ki jai, Sri Guru Parampara ki jai. बारो करुणा करो वैष्णव गोसाई। एक जगह ए बार प्रणाम करो. I think it's like 36. You have to unplug it there.
It's dangerous. It's making me see spots.
That's dangerous. Okay. Hare Krishna. Page 44. ये बारों प्रणाम करो. हरि बोल. हरे कृष्ण. हरे कृष्ण. हरि बोल. ये बारों करुणा करो. वैष्णव
Stops everybody from that?
Anymore. Hariharaye Namo Krishna Yadavaya Namo.
Page number?
Page number. Jiva Pavan Prabhu knows it. Page 148. 148.
Shri Nam Kirtan Hari Haraye Nama Krishna. Are you doing the old tune or?
What would you like? Yes. A little higher. Hari Harani Namaha.
Hari
Nityananda Shri Advaita Guru Shri Advaita Gupta Hari Guru Vaisnava Bhagavata Gita Ki
Jai.
Jai. When I'm looking at this bhajan, this Nam Kirtan actually, and seeing it from this Sri Rup Sanatan Bhattaraghunath H.I. Gushad all the way, really this is our prayer. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada in his Upadeshavali, where is that? Oh, it's in this book. There it is. Number 16. He states, the foot dust of Sri Rupa Goswami, the fulfiller of Sri Chaitanya Dev's inner desires, is our lives' sole desired object. So when you see this here, it's all about serving their lotus feet, taking shelter of these 6 Goswamis, receiving their mercy. This is really for us who are coming in this line of Sri Rupa Goswami, who are praying to become Rupanugas, essential for us. And Sri Narottam Das Thakur has shown us how to pray and beg for their mercy. And if you want to weep while you are hearing this bhajan, then listen to Srila Prabhupada, our Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, singing this bhajan. There's one version of his when he's singing it, and you can hear his voice choking and cracking up, and you can feel his tears. I think it's something like Hari Haraye Namo Krishna Yadavayo Namo Yadavayo Madhavayo Keshavayo Namo, like that. We can share it to you if we find it after this program. We can share it on.
It's so painful and
it's
powerful.
Very painful, very powerful, very, very deep. And when you hear a pure devotee like our Srila Prabhupada crying and calling out to these personalities in such a way, you will feel the weight of the importance of praying in these words. How much heart, how much longing, how much calling he's putting into it.
I'm wondering if we could sing Anadi Karma Phale. I know that it's
Yes.
a Shikshashtakam prayer, but it's not, it's like the calling of the jiva. Can that be done before Nitai? Like it's saying that due to my actions, I'm stuck here, and then calling to Nityananda Prabhu, or do you have to do it after?
Because it says Eheno Samaya Bandhu Tumi Krishna Kripa Sindhu, it's more of one of these Sharanagat bhajans to Krishna. But also the first form of Krishna who manifests in our life is Guru Krishna, Sri Guru, and that prayer is also really to Krishna to manifest as the mercy of Krishna who manifests as Sri Guru. And the source of Sri Guru is Sri Nityananda Prabhu, so of course we can sing it.
But it is based on the 5th verse of Shikshashtakam, so you're
Still.
right, it is.
We will sing Anadi Karma Phale.
Oh, now?
Now.
Oh, page 189. 189. Anadi Karma Phale.
Interestingly, when you listen to our Srila Prabhupada singing that bhajan,
Oh,
when he comes to that line, Eheno Samaya Bandhu Tumi Krishna Kripa Sindhu, again, his voice is choking up and you can hear him weeping as he is chanting this bhajan. So, Anadi Karma Phale, page 189.
actually, as a suggestion, I would say that one of the things that we can very much do as part of our sadhana is listen to these bhajans sung by our Srila Prabhupada, because really, like Kishori Mohan Prabhu was saying, it really teaches you in what mood to call out. You can hear he's not jovial and dancing around, and you can hear that it is a calling of absolute supplication, and he's teaching us how we should pray and what we should pray. so extraordinary. These kirtans from Srila Prabhupada. I'm so, like the fact that he sat there hour after hour, day after day doing that for us. He didn't need to do it for him, he did it for us. So we should take advantage of it if we have the opportunity.
So before singing this bhajan, because we don't sing it very often, I'm going to read the translation because it really is showing us where we're at and what kind of help and mercy we need.
That's why I want to sing it.
Yes? So Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur has based this bhajan, well, it is based upon the 5th verse of Sri Shikshashtakam. Does anyone know what the 5th verse is? Kripaya tapapada pankajastita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya nayanam galarashridhare vadanam gadadudhayagira kulakairnichitam babukata. I think so. In consequence to my actions, since time immemorial, I have plunged into the ocean of material existence and seen no means of deliverance. Due to the poison of worldly pleasures, my heart blazes day and night, and my mind never receives any comfort. The bonds of hundreds upon hundreds of desires constantly give me pain, such as the play of the waves of the ocean of worldly life. The 6 rogues, headed by lust and anger, dispense fear as the end draws near. Having cheated me, the 2 thugs of jnana and karma finally throw me into that ocean's waters. This is a critical time. O Krishna, my dear friend, kindly lift me from those waters with your strength, for you are an ocean of compassion. The other version of the translation of this says, at this time I see no one else. You are my only friend.
I like the other translation.
Me too. Patita kinkare dhari pada padma dhuli kare. Taking this fallen servant and making him a particle of dust at your lotus feet. Give this Bhaktivedanta sanctuary. O merciful Lord, I am actually your eternal servant, but having forgotten this, I remain bound by the trap of Maya.
Really is a call to make an undertaking.
It is. Different thoughts, so I'm trying to remember. It's so high. to Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu together. Okay. Aha Kabe Gauranitai by Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur.
Jiva Prabhupada Prabhu says this lighting makes the deity so much more prominent in the atmosphere, very mystical.
Jai. It also makes it more difficult for me to read my songbook.
Which one?
Haha Kabe Gauranitai, page 87 in our songbook. You want to keep the switches off for when it comes back on?
I like the chocolate juice one.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda This bhajan we just sang is quite interesting because it has our goal defined in it very, very clearly. But it shows how to get there. What is the process? By the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, by the mercy of Sachinandan Gaurahari Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we have hope for attaining to this beautiful goal, this beautiful destination. Nityananda Prabhu does not want anything for himself. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also does not want anything for himself, because they are in the mood of the devotees, tasting, loving service to Krishna, and experiencing that, they want to share it with everyone else. So their goal is also to give this to us. Mahaprabhu didn't tell Raghunath Das Goswami, you worship me, serve me. Mahaprabhu said, always remember and serve Radha and Krishna within your mind, within your heart. So even Mahaprabhu is in the mood of a devotee, turning everyone's love and affection to Krishna. Raga marga bhakti loke korite pracharam. He wanted to preach to the whole world this path of awakening this spontaneous, loving devotion to Sri Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. So it's very powerful, beautiful and deep bhajan. But it's so sweet that one is viewing that goal by the medium of those personalities who can actually clear the path and give that. Nityananda Prabhu can give us the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. He can give us unto Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Rupa Goswami and Swarup Damodara Goswami are glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namo Mahavananyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvashe Namaha. Krishna Prema Pradayate. Can Krishna give Krishna Prem? We don't know. Like Vyaso Veti na Veti Va. Maybe Vyas knows Bhagavatam, maybe not. But the devotee, Mahadev knows Bhagavatam. Shukadev knows Bhagavatam. Vyas may or may not know, but in the form of his devotee, tasting that love and affection by the medium of Srimati Radhika's praying for Krishna, and Nityananda Prabhu, who is also made of loving affection and service to Krishna, by their mercy, the most magnanimous, the most magnificent gift is being given, the awakening of Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema Pradayate. So they are so merciful, and we are so fortunate to have come so close to that mercy, especially as it is flowing by the medium of our Guru Varga. Now we will chant, call out Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari and Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I don't know what page it's, but most of us are familiar with it.
Hare
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Nityanamine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. First of all, I offer my Dandava Pranam thousands of times in the dust of the lotus feet of our beloved Gurudev. Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Astottara Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaja. In the same thousands of Dandava Pranam in the dust of the lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Astottara Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and to all of our Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga, and to all Vaishnavas past, present and future, including all of you who are present with us today, I offer my Dandava Pranam.
Dandava Pranam, dear Vaishnavas, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Okay, we have a question beginning. When we are at the stage of practice and we have no deep realizations, how can we think that our chanting of japa is service? So the other day, we were discussing how Sri Guru is aware of our frailties. Otherwise, Guru wouldn't need to come and help us. If we have already given up everything mundane and accepted everything transcendental, then we are already perfectly situated. Why does Guru come to help us? Because we require help to move from here to beyond Vaikuntha to there, to the lotus feet of Shri Radha and Krishna. So we have to start somewhere. And what is that somewhere? That somewhere is following the instructions of the spiritual master, Sri Guru. In the beginning, we might not have taste. We probably won't have taste for the holy name. And even if we feel that we have taste, if we subsequently, somehow, go back to enjoying the tastes of this material world, then we should know that that taste was not the actual pure true taste. Otherwise, why would that other thing become attractive to us? So something is there, some semblance may be there from time to time, and that enthusiasm will come in the association of Guru and Vaishnavas. By their association, Krishna Bhakti, or the desire, the inclination to serve Krishna will awaken in the heart, and by following their instructions. So the question was, if we have no deep realization, how can we think that our chanting of japa is service? So in the beginning, I don't have realization of my relationship with Krishna. I might have some semblance of an idea, and at this point in time, it may be theoretical. As theoretical as a seed, a mango seed, being told that actually your potential is to become this massive tree, 100 feet tall, and produce millions of the sweetest mangoes. But it's only in seed form. It hasn't realized it yet, but still the potential is there. So, in the beginning, maybe we are not that. We have not yet bore that fruit of Krishna prema. We are still in the infant stages, and yet Gurudev tells us, always chant and remember the sweet pastimes of Krishna. What pastimes? What we have been told by our Gurudev, what we have been given by our Guru Varga, what is written in Shastra, what our Guru Parampara have given us. Then we follow those instructions. By following the positive instructions and also the negative instructions, the ones saying, give these other things up which are unfavorable, and gradual progression can be made. How can our japa be service? At this point, maybe I don't know my relationship with Krishna, I have theoretical understanding, but my Gurudev has instructed me to do so. So for my Gurudev, at least I have relationship with that person, and I accept with my heart that he is a transcendental personality. Nikunja yuno ratikeli siddhyai yayali bhir yuktirapekshaniya tatrati dakshyat atiballabhasya bande guru shri charanaravindam. I'm offering my dandava pranam, my obeisances, in the dust of the lotus feet of my Gurudev, who is expert in assisting the gopis in serving Radhika Madhava, and who is always serving in the Nikunjas of Vrindavan. Nikunja yuno ratikeli siddhyai, in his eternal, spiritual, transcendental form. So I accept that my Gurudev is a transcendental person and is manifesting to me in a particular form to communicate with me, to connect with me. Because I cannot detect the presence of the super soul within, the super soul manifests externally to my external senses and begins to teach me and instruct me and train me. Gurudev gives me Harinam and then tells me, now you should search. Now is your time to search for that treasure that I have planted deep within your heart, and here's your map. So then we have our japa mala and we are chanting japa. First we should try to change our consciousness from, oh my God, I have to chant japa, to, now it is time to serve Krishna. Well, at this point in time, I don't really realize who Krishna is or really understand. I have not really awakened my relationship with Krishna, although it is the eternal, essential nature of my Atma to love and serve Krishna. In the beginning, it may be that I'm just holding on tightly, chanting because my Gurudev has told me I should chant and remember the pastimes of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Sit properly. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Remember that? When you hear Prabhupada in that tape saying, sit properly. Boom. Yes, I should focus my attention here. First and foremost, applying all of the activities of bhakti in the service of Gurudev. Our Srila Gurudev spoke these words, that first and foremost we should apply this verse, Anya Vilashita Shunyam, which is the definition of bhakti, the best definition of bhakti, wholly and totally to the lotus feet of Sri Guru. And when we apply that to the feet of Gurudev, that means to the teachings, the instructions of Gurudev, Gurudev will take what we have, purify it, and offer that to Krishna. Gradually, our heart will become purified. So referring to the 7th verse of Nectar of Instruction, Sri Upadeshamrita, Rupa Goswami states, Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapya Vidya Pito Patapta Rasanasya Narochikanu Kintvadarad Anudinam Khalu Shaiva Jushta Svadvi Kramat Bhavati Tat Gadamulahantri. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapya Vidya Avidya Pito Patapta. So in the beginning, Krishna's names, Krishna Nama, Charita, is pastimes. Adi means his forms, his qualities, and so forth. Because we are covered by the jaundice of ignorance, Pita means yellow, or jaundice, Pilya in Hindi, Pitopatapta, then this avidya is covering us, then we don't have taste for it. But gradually, through following the process, through serving Gurudev, through serving Vaishnavas, through hearing Harikatha, through being in the association and under the guidance of the Vaishnavas, gradually, by taking the sweetness of the sugar candy that they are giving us, that is the sweetness of Krishna's names, forms, qualities, and pastimes, then the bitterness, the tastelessness will go far away. and that sweetness will begin to awaken in our heart. It means that we are being cured of our materially jaundiced condition. So all of our acharyas have stated that we should continue chanting. As Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada states in his Upadeshavali, number 24. By 23 and 24. By sincerely endeavoring to chant Harinam without offense and remaining fixed in chanting continuously, constantly, one's offenses will fade and pure Harinam will arise on the tongue. As mundane thoughts arise while taking Harinam, one should not become discouraged. A secondary consequence of taking Harinam is that these useless, mundane thoughts will gradually dissipate. Therefore, one should not worry about this. By dedicating one's mind, body, and words to serving Sri Nam and continuing to chant with great persistence, Sri Nam Prabhu will grant one darshan of his supremely auspicious transcendental form, and by continuing to chant until one's anarthas are fully eradicated, by the power of Sri Nam, realization of his form, qualities, and pastimes will automatically arise. Very powerful instructions by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, that if we continue this process, as Gurudev said just the other day in Going Beyond Vaikuntha, that Ajamil, he was also chanting the names of the Lord. Even though he was calling the name of his own son, still there was something there, namabhas. And this also had some purifying effect. If we're directly chanting for the pleasure and service of Krishna, then we can imagine what great purificatory effect and what kind of benefit, spiritual benefit, the awakening of bhakti, bhav, and prem that will manifest in our heart. But even shraddhaya helaya va, with faith or with neglect. I'm trying to remember that verse. I think it's Jayati Jayati Namananda Rupam Murare, but I'm going to look right now. With faith or neglect, still, Harinam is so powerful. Harinam is so beautiful and so merciful that still Harinam will give you that benefit. Let me just see, I think it's just after the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Let me just check here. Oh, no. Prayer to Shri Vrindavan Dham, Purnamasi, Giriraj, Gopishwar, Jamuna. Interesting. They removed those two prayers to Harinam, which used to be in the old songbook. So, one of them is Jayati Jayati Namananda Rupam Murare, and the other one I can't remember at the moment. But the one is saying, Brigubara Naramata Karyat Krishna Nama, chanting this holy name of Krishna with faith, or even neglectfully. One might just be doing their work and not even thinking, and they're just Hare Krishna or Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda Radhe, and not even thinking about it. There's some people who are sweeping in the streets down there, not the streets, sorry, the gutters. And they're sweeping it, and they have beautiful voices. They're kind of considered, they're the sweepers, the cleaners of the gutters. And they're just there singing away, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, and such beautiful tunes. Are they thinking about what they're doing? I don't know. But it's still coming out, and they're just singing so sweetly. And still they're getting benefit, whether they realize what they're doing or not. This is the power of the holy name of the Lord. And one should not underestimate how powerful it is. So even for those persons who have no sukriti, or you can say very little, who are walking down the street, even from someone who's been directed by Sri Guru to chant loudly in the street, whose heart may be full of anarthas, still Guru is telling them to do it not only for their own benefit, but for the benefit of others. So if one is under guidance, still some potency will be there. It doesn't mean that we should always remain within the basest level. just doing all kinds of nonsense activities and then sometimes calling out the name of Krishna. Still there will be some potency there. But to the degree that we are full of material desires, to that degree Krishna will reciprocate. To the degree that we are under the guidance and shelter of Sri Guru, Guru can protect us from our own desires. That is why it is so essential that we take shelter of Sri Guru. I have this recollection of seeing something. Someone posted from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada within the last 2 days. It was probably Vrindavan Vilasini Didi. But she posts so much that if I were to search for it now, I wouldn't find it. But it was very, very powerful, beautiful glorification. Something like what he said here. He was talking about Sri Harinath Prabhu, that one should take shelter like this under the guidance of pure devotees. So if I find it, I'll share it later. Sit properly. I still love that. Every time I would be there and sit properly and we'd all sit up straight and wake up. So powerful. Just want to make sure everything here. Okay. So this topic is quite essential for us to take into consideration, especially the point where we are giving up our physical material attachments and having not yet really tasted Krishna Nam. Gurudev said this stage where one is giving up anarthas but they have not yet experienced ruchi or genuine taste is quite dangerous. He said, I think the lecture is called Very Critical Time. A very critical time. Because when you're there, you don't have the higher thing to hold on to, and you're giving up these other things. So very easily, at that time, Maya can present other attractive things, and you have not yet tasted the real nectar of Krishna's names, of his forms, qualities, and pastimes. Maybe some semblance of something might be there, but the real thing maybe not. Then Maya very easily can pull us away. So that's why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada explained that we must be in sadhu sangha, under the guidance of sadhus at every moment. If not, then we can easily lose the gems which we have already acquired in hand. Just due to being weak. Now I'm remembering. Let me see. I have a memory now. Or, let's see, Hare Krishna. Oops. Okay. So in this connection, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada says, when the divinity manifests to the pure, receptive, spiritual essence of the disciple, the pure, receptive, spiritual essence of the disciple, it is embodied as the Guru. So this divinity manifesting to the jiva in this world is embodied as Guru. The Guru is the real and original recipient of the truth. He communicates his knowledge to the disciple who is too small a particle to receive the whole truth himself. Bhaktivedanta Thakur in Krishna Samhita, I believe it's verse 2, he's condemning himself. What kind of person am I? I'm such a fool to think that a particle of dust like myself can absorb the ocean of the Absolute. And when we think about it, yes, Krishna is absolute and we are vibhina angsa, infinitesimal. How can the infinitesimal absorb the ocean of the Absolute? Because of being too small of a particle, we require help from outside of ourselves, and that help comes in the form of the embodiment of the mercy of Krishna known as Sri Guru. The disciple is thus enabled to receive the truth through the power of Guru. The Guru, as it were, takes the disciple by the hand and guides his every step on the plane of the Absolute. It is perpetual tutelage on the part of the disciple. That means the Vibhina Angsa Jiva is always and necessarily dependent upon the superior energy, and it is required that we are always under guidance. He said it is the perpetual tutelage on the part of the disciple. Means forever, always under guidance. That's why Shastra says, Krishna prema janme tenho purna mukhya anga. Even after the attainment of perfection, which is Krishna prema, the most essential thing is sadhu sangha, association with the pure devotees of the Lord. By that, all perfection will be had. And by that, all perfection will be maintained. And by that, all perfection, interestingly enough, will continue to increase forever and ever and ever. Because that is the nature of the transcendental realm. Everything is increasing. Beauty, love, happiness, everything always increasing and unlimitedly variegated. Okay. So this subject is essential for us, that I'm not tasting anything maybe. Or maybe at one point I thought I was tasting something. And then I realized, oh my God, that must have just been utsaha-mayi. Utsaha-mayi means, mayi means maya, like illusory, and utsaha means enthusiasm. So that first moment, you have your japamala and you're like, wow, and you're chanting and you're feeling so inspired and you feel like you can just take over the world and you're so, And then after some time you start feeling like, oh my God, I have no energy, no enthusiasm. It's like chewing on sand. How do I get through this? I still have so much attraction to the material world, but I thought I had something there, and then all of these confusions and doubts come up. This is also part of our process. It's part of our progress. In Madhurya Kadambani, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur speaks about all of these things. And if we look very carefully, we'll probably see so much of ourselves in those waves, Tarangarangini, all of the different things, the ups and downs, sometimes feeling blissful, sometimes feeling low and depressed, sometimes feeling enthusiastic and full of energy and invincible, and other times feeling completely downtrodden. All of these different stages that are happening as one is beginning their process of developing devotion for Krishna. But when we hit that low, we should not think that that low is the end of everything. We must always remember that inside there is an eternal servant of Krishna who can be satisfied by nothing else other than service to Krishna. And that thing, that personality, that nature is ever existent. It will never die. And it can only find its satisfaction in the service of Krishna. So then, if we have that understanding, as low as we go, still there's that essential reality as our ultimate foundation. So Srimad Bhagavatam tells us, if you want to be completely happy, then you must serve Krishna. Yato bhaktiradhokshaje. If you want to please Krishna, this is what will satisfy the soul. So both will be satisfied, the Param Atma, Shri Krishna, and the Jivatma, ourselves, if we engage in the process of loving devotional service. And by its nature, bhakti, devotional service, is under the guidance of the real bhakta. Bhakta sanjataya bhakta. Bhakti is awakened by someone who has it. And in that association, it is in essence energized. So we must take the hand of Guru, or the feet, always holding tightly. As Narottam Das Thakur is praying to the ultimate Guru, Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Dridha kori dharo nitayar pai. Please, rakho ranga charaner pash. Please keep me close to your reddish lotus feet. I'm holding on to your lotus feet. Please, don't let me go. So this mood must be there, always taking shelter. This is the nature and necessity of the Jivatma. The moment we think, I'm good on my own, Maya will take us away. The moment we think, oh, I'm superior, I don't need any help outside of myself, I'm cool, I've got this. Somebody once said, I dare Maya to take me away from the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. You can guess what happened. One should never tempt or dare that personality who's been given the authority by Krishna to bewilder. Krishna says that this divine energy of mine, the three modes of material nature, this is my Maya, is extremely difficult to overcome. But those who surrender unto me can easily cross beyond it. How does one surrender unto Krishna? You can't surrender unto someone unless you have some sambandha or relationship with Krishna. So how does that sambandha awaken? How does that relationship awaken? That relationship awakens due to the mercy of and the association of someone who knows Krishna, practically, a tattvadarshi. By submitting to that person who knows Krishna, who is practically experiencing their relationship with Krishna, by submitting to them, putting our trust in them, our faith in them, asking relevant questions, following their instructions and serving them. This is called pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. By their mercy, when they see we are sincere and we are really making that endeavor, that I want to receive what you have within your heart, O Gurudev, Goramore Atma Sata, take my Atma, take me, make me yours, I am yours, make me like yourself. By being in that association, we will desire to become like them, and then they can work with us. Otherwise, it's very difficult. We can see it anywhere. By being in different kinds of association and maintaining those kinds of association, we become like that association. Case in point, when a bunch of people are sitting around the television watching a football match. Even if you're not really interested in it, you get sucked in and you start rooting for your team or the team that everyone else is rooting for. You're like, doesn't matter if you have your japa mala on your hand or not. You forget what you're doing there and you're pulled into that. I've seen it too many times as we've traveled around the world. Like that. You have to. It's pulling you due to that association. Whatever association one is in, if one is in lustful association or lusty association, their heart also becomes like that. If one is in the association of those who are always greedy for accumulating wealth and money, they become very absorbed in that and do that hours and hours and hours every day. In all kinds of different associations, one becomes like it. So if we want to progress properly on the path of the soul, which is really meant to love Krishna, and love is expressed through seva, then we must associate with those who are on the level of the soul, who are loving Krishna, by serving Krishna 24 hours a day. Kalam nayad tishtam brajetat anuragi jananugami. Bhakti consists of being under the guidance of a pure devotee. Srila Gurudev said regarding the 5 main principles of bhakti that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us, the condensed form, right? Rupa Goswami gave 64 limbs of bhakti. Prahlad Maharaj mentioned 9 in Srimad Bhagavatam. Mahaprabhu gave us 5. It's easier to remember. The first one, sadhu sangha, associating with a sadhu. Gurudev said sadhu means that person who is in touch with sat, or the absolute truth, 24 hours a day. That is sadhu. Who is connected. And Gurudev said from there, from that one, it's like taking the, they say starting off on the wrong foot. Well, if you take sadhu sangha properly, then you're starting off on the right foot. And from there, everything is like dominoes. If you just follow that one principle, from sadhu sangha, then automatically Nam Kirtan will be done, chanting the holy names of the Lord. Bhagavat Shravan, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and other transcendental literatures, the scriptures, the Harikatha of the Lord will be manifest automatically. Bhagavat Shravan, Mathura Vas, residing in the holy dham. Yes, at the feet of the pure devotee, that is the holy dham. Because wherever they are, That place is Tirtha. That place is Dham. They are manifesting Krishna. Krishna is fully saturated within their heart. And Sri Murtir Shradhaya Sevan. Under the guidance of the sadhu, one will worship the deity form of the Lord. So just from that one point alone, just taking shelter of sadhu, all of the processes of bhakti will automatically be done. So I asked this question to Srila Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj once, when we were in Fiji. How can I develop love for Guru, for you, and then for Radha and Krishna? And he said, when you begin to realize, understand, and appreciate what a valuable treasure Guru is giving, more valuable than millions of treasures of this world, without expecting anything in return. When you begin to realize, understand, and appreciate this, automatically your love for Guru will develop. And then from there, he did this motion very easily for Radha and Krishna. So even our entire process, we don't need to worry so much about that almost impossible thing. Thinking, oh, Krishna is beyond Vaikuntha, oh, he's beyond Ayodhya, beyond Dwarka, oh my God, it's so far away, it might take me millions of lifetimes, I have to go through the Brahma Jyoti, who knows how long I'll be there for, oh my God. Krishna is as close as the heart of the nearest pure devotee. Tomara Hriday Sada Govinda Vishnam. Oh, Vaisnava Thakur, within your heart, Govinda is always resting there. And that Krishna himself, Govinda Kohena, he says, my Vaishnavas, they are my life and soul. Govinda Kohena Mama Vaishnava Paran. So for us, the most essential thing by which everything else will manifest is this sadhu sangha. Krishna Bhakti Janmamul Hoy Sadhu Sangha. The root cause of Krishna Bhakti's awakening in our hearts is the association of his pure devotees. So for us, this is everything. From that, Vaishnava Seva, this is our everything. As we were speaking about this bhajan, Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama, there it's Narottam Das Thakur is calling out, begging for the mercy, the dust of the lotus feet of our 6 Goswamis. Tadera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas Janame Janame Hoy E Abhilash. Birth after birth, serving their lotus feet, this is my only desire. Tadera Charana Sevi means to serve their lotus feet and to be in the association of devotees. Bhakta Sanevas means to reside within their association. Janame Janame Hoy, birth after birth, E Abhilash. This is my desire. And Bhaktivedanta Thakur, in that bhajan we sang yesterday, Manasa Dehogeho Joki Chumar, he also said the same thing. Let me be even born as an insect or a worm, but let it be in the house of your devotees so that I can always hear your glories. How important is the association of Krishna's devotees? This is how bhakti will manifest. This is how bhakti will awaken. So we're really dependent upon Krishna's mercy that manifests to us in the form of sadhu, guru. Guru and shiksha guru, Vaishnava. We're dependent upon that for ourselves to be able to progress. One cannot progress on the path of bhakti without proper association. And just in case we don't have direct association, especially at this time, then our Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj says, then we should take Shastriya Sadhu Sangha. Means the association of those sadhus through their Harikatha, through their books, through their works. We should not think that this isn't important. How much energy did our Gurudev, how much energy did Srila Prabhupada, how much energy did Bhaktivedanta Thakur and all of our acharyas give to presenting these scriptures with all refinement so that we can't become confused. They tried in so many ways to give us everything. And so we should not neglect these transcendental literatures. These transcendental literatures will give us so much transcendental knowledge, but we must not avoid the association of physical sadhus if that presents itself. And the simple example will be this. I'm reading Srimad Bhagavatam of Srila Prabhupada with his commentaries. Sorry, Vyasadeva, he has compiled or manifested it from his own darshan. Ganesh has written it down. We have received it. Srila Prabhupada has given us translations and commentaries. And so many of our acharyas have given commentaries. And he puts those commentaries in his purports. So as we're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, imagine he comes to the temple next door for 1 week and he's giving classes. No, I don't need to go and hear from him. I've got this. If we don't go and honor that sadhu Vaisnava and hear from them, then we will be making aparad. So our Srila Prabhupada said, the true test of all of our education is if we see a sadhu, we will fall flat like a stick at their feet. This is the test. So all of our study, all of our personal study, all of our chanting, all of our everything, what is its purpose? Shri Rupa Manjari Pada Se Mor Sampada Se Mor Bhajan Pujan Se Mor Pranadhana Se Mor Abharan Se Mor Jivan Jivan Se Mor. The goal of our Se Vrata, Se Tapa, Se Mora, Mantra Japa, Se Mor Bhajan Pujan, the goal of all of our activities, all of it, our vrats, our vows, our japa, our mantras, chanting our diksha mantras, our bhajan, our puja, everything is to somehow or other become the recipient of the mercy of the lotus feet of Sri Rupa. That is our goal and our aspiration. That is why our acharyas have said that we are Rupanuga. We are aspiring to be in the guidance of Sri Rupa. This is our goal, our aspiration, our everything. So from this point, I want to continue going beyond Vaikuntha with you because Kartik Vrat is coming very soon and we will begin with Sri Damodarashtakam and also the Brajmandal Parikrama book. So, going beyond Vaikuntha, this is based on Sri Sanatan Goswami's Brihad Bhagavatamrita and the journey of Sri Gopkumar. In here is one of our Gurudev's very beautiful Rasik and Bhavu commentaries. Beautiful jewels that he is revealing, and Sanatan Goswami both. So in the words of Raghunath Das Goswami, we will pray to both of them. Vairaga Juga Bhakti Rasam Prayatnayat Apayana Mam Anubhikshamandam Kripam Budiryapad Dukuduki Sanatanastvam Prabhum Ashrayami. Begging in the dust of their lotus feet that may even a particle of their moods which are present within these pages manifest within our hearts. Our Srila Prabhupada also made a rendition of that prayer and offered it to our Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj on the occasion of his disappearance from this world. Vairaga Juga Nija Bhakti Yoga Apayana Mam Anubhikshamandam Kripam Vidirya Paradukuduki Shri Keshavastvam Prabhum Ashrayami. So he's also saying the same thing to our Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, that he forcibly gave me the nectar laced with renunciation. How merciful is he? Even though I was unwilling to accept it, how merciful, how kind. I just remembered, as I look down and I see that there's so many different devotees from so many different parts of the world, and I tend to speak my American English quite quickly. Yesterday, Sudevi reminded me that there are so many different devotees from so many different parts of the world, and English is not their first language. So please forgive me for getting so excited that I'm rushing through when I'm speaking. Sometimes I get very excited, and what's manifesting, I kind of throw it out as fast as I can, but I will try to be more clear and more slow for my own benefit in the endeavor to serve all of you. So yesterday, our Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj was speaking about that there is no harm in honoring and seeing Bhagavan everywhere. This is called Bhagavad Buddhi, the intelligence or the awareness of Bhagavan's presence everywhere. But when one approaches Bhagavan in a more personal feature, and he's coming as Archa Vigraha, or in Dasyaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, Madhuryaras, in very, very deep, personal, loving interactions, then Bhagavan actually manifests in much more personal ways. When you approach him personally, he reciprocates more personally, as is proven by that very beautiful pastime in Paitagaon. When Krishna took his form, four-arm form like Narayan, and he's standing there, he had left the Rasalila, a special Rasalila which takes place at Govardhan, Vasanti Rasalila, means in the springtime. And he was standing there in a four-arm form. And so many gopis were searching for Krishna everywhere. And many of them, they came to this four-arm form and they just saw him like a deity of Narayan. They offered their pranam to Narayan. And then they were praying to Narayan, please reveal to us, where is Krishna? And then they continued searching everywhere. But from a distance, Srimati Radhika was coming. And a very soft breeze just blew past her cloth, carrying the fragrance of her transcendental form to Krishna's nostrils. At that very moment, Krishna felt, my life is successful. And he could no longer contain composure. What am I doing? He forgot everything, that he's holding four arms like this. He forgot everything. Because the two arms went back inside, it said back into his belly. This place is known as Paitagam. Paita means, or Pait means belly. So it went inside, and immediately he was standing there in his most beautiful, splendid, threefold bending form. Shyamam tribhanga lalitam niyata prakasham. This most beautiful form, holding a flute to his lips, giving sidelong glances. That form manifested in reciprocation for that personality, Sri Vrishabhananandani Srimati Radhika, who completely captivates and controls his mind. Madan Mohan Mohini, completely bewilders him just by the fragrance which came from her. He was reciprocating in this most beautiful, most astonishingly attractive and dashing form of Krishna, standing with his flute. So, according to the way one is approaching, he will manifest like this. So Gurudev is saying it's nice, it's no harm if you're seeing that he's present everywhere. This is natural for great devotees. But if one is approaching him in a very personal way, then how will he reciprocate? Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, after showing him how I am present within everything, he gave the whole katha of the universal form. And Arjuna was completely like, completely astonished and even feeling somewhat fearful. And then Krishna tells Arjuna, Bhaktya tvananyaya sakya aham eve vidorjuna gyatum drashtum chatatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. O Arjuna, parantapa, only by undivided, this can also be called one-pointed or exclusive or unalloyed, loving devotion, bhakta tvananyaya, without anything else, one-pointed exclusive loving devotion to me, can I be understood as I am in truth. Gyatum, drashtum, chatatvena, in truth. Only by pure love, by pure bhakti, unalloyed bhakti, can I be seen and known as I am in truth. And so we understand that just the awareness of Bhagavan, this is good, it's okay, there's no fault in it. But how can one understand and know him personally? Only through loving devotion. Therefore, deity worship has been written about in all scriptures, and now Narada will explain why certain statements are found regarding particular faults in puja. Kadapi Krishna pratimarchanavatam nasambhavet Krishna pareshvanadara gate tachet karhyapi tad vishaktito Grananti nagas taramis duvantyata. That's in Brihad Bhagavatamrita 24212. If anyone is really a devotee, even a Kanishta Adhikari, who may not even know Tattva, but is sincerely engaged in puja of the deity, then it will not be possible for him to disrespect any Vaisnava. If anyone is really a devotee, then it will not be possible for him to disrespect any Vaisnava. And then Gurudev gives even a Kanishta Adhikari, who is sincerely engaged in deity worship, puja of the deity. It will not be possible for him to disrespect any Vaishnava. So then we can look at ourselves. If we have any tendency to disrespect any Vaishnavas, then we might not actually really be a devotee. Now generally we throw this word around like, I'm a devotee, you're a devotee, right? As easy as the word dhoti. We're just saying, we're devotees. But if we really think about it, and this is something that has impacted me from quite young, probably in my early teens, I remember this word being used quite loosely. You know, when people say, oh, I realized that I'm a spirit soul, but then they're running after all material things and enjoying things for their own body. This is not a realization. This is a thought. It's different. Real means something real has happened. In the same way, I'm a devotee, you're a devotee, we're all devotees. It's not necessarily true. Maybe on the intrinsic level, that is our potential, our nature. But what is the meaning of devotee? Devoted. Krishna speaks about the qualities of someone who is devoted. And this is, if you think about who is devoted, what is devotion? Real devotion means you're always thinking about what is favorable for the object of your love and affection. You're always absorbing your mind there. There's exclusivity in that. There is not, you could say, so many different boats that you're placing your feet in. It becomes exclusive by its nature. This is devoted. And one who is devoted, this is known as a devotee or devotee, who is devoted to Krishna or devoted to Guru. It's not just a word, but it implies all of those, not just the actions, but the feelings of the heart also. Why it began to affect me is because people would say, wash the floor, it's devotional service, Prabhu. Well, no, it wasn't. Not at that moment. Not when I was thinking, I hate this, and I hate the person who told me to do it, and I don't want to do it. How was that devotional service? There was no devotion in it. If one is doing it thinking, this will be pleasing to my Gurudev, this will be pleasing to Krishna, by this my heart will be purified. So I want to develop love and affection by this process, and maybe remembering Mahaprabhu's teachings of Gundicha Mandir Marjanam, cleaning the Gundicha temple, with that kind of mood, then it might be considered devotional service. Otherwise, it's maybe even some kind of slavery. Only if we voluntarily place ourselves in that position where I understand this is good for me, and therefore I'm going to do this for my spiritual benefit, with an intention that I want to develop love and affection for Krishna, then it can be considered the beginning of devotional service. And then that activity can be called devotion. And then we can be called a devotee. So whenever people call me, I use this word, I'm a devotee of Krishna, actually I think I want to hopefully desire to one day become a devotee of Krishna. And only by placing ourselves under the discipline of Sri Guru, voluntarily accepting that this is for my spiritual and eternal benefit, to awaken my intrinsic devotion, can that be considered the beginning of devotion? In the meantime, it's nice to remind each other and also to do this, but sometimes we can actually be detrimentally affecting people you know, by artificially giving glorification too high to people who cannot digest it, placing them in the position, oh my God, you're a manjari, you know, these days people are like, oh my God, Saki, you know, like that. It's kind of become common, everyone's calling each other gopis and stuff like that. This is not favorable for our development in bhakti, to pretend what is beyond my level. So we can feel our own pulse in our own heart and find, am I really truly devoted enough to be called a devotee? Or is it an aspiration for me? And then we can approach with a mood of humility. Yes, no, I don't want to receive that respect from others where they're saying, oh, you're a devotee, you're a Vaishnava. Amito Vaishnava e buddhi hoile. If I think I'm a Vaishnava, I cannot make proper progress. What is that verse? Oh my God. Kripa koro Vaishnava Thakur. We chant it every day. Amito Vaishnava e buddhi hoile, amani na hobo ami, pratistasha ashi, hridaya dushive hoibo niraya gami. If I develop the idea that I am a Vaishnava, then I will never become humble. My heart will become contaminated with the desire to receive honor from others, and I shall go to hell. So instead of thinking, I'm a devotee, I'm a Vaishnava, and developing this abhiman, which is actually diametrically opposed to what is favorable for developing bhakti, we can have this mood that I am actually so lowly and fallen and I need help. That doesn't mean sometimes devotees, they take the position so low and fallen that they will accept anything because I'm so low, who am I to say anything? And so many in the name of bhakti will do so many horrible nonsense activities, disgracing our Gurudev, disgracing Mahaprabhu, disgracing Krishna, disgracing our Guru Parampara and our entire process of bhakti. But because I'm so low, I will not say anything. This is actually a symptom of true lowliness. At that point, we should become truly humble. To who? Not to the nonsense. To Guru, Vaishnava and Bhagavan. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada says, this is the real meaning of Trinada Pisuni Chena. Not that we are humble to everyone, the atheists, the commies. Commies means materialists, sinners, aparadhis and all of that. We shouldn't be humble to that. We should be humble to Hari, Guru and Vaishnava. But we should never try to extract honor for ourselves. Otherwise we won't be able to make progress. So in a humble state of mind, being humble to Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas, then one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. So now, Srila Gurudev is speaking. A materialistic devotee is still a devotee, isn't he? But he will never be able to show any disrespect. So here Gurudev is showing that there are different levels of those who are respected as devotees. There are how do you say, increasing levels of devotion. So Kanishta Adhikari is defined by having devotion to Guru and devotion to the deity form of the Lord, but not really being able to honor Vaishnavas properly. So that means their devotion is not pure, not complete. And then Madhyam Adhikari, they have praying for the Lord, friendship for like-minded devotees. They give mercy to those who are Kanishta, those who are neophyte devotees, and they neglect those who are antagonistic, atheistic, mayavads, offenders. They neglect them, keep them very far away, and also keep them out of their mind. And then Uttama, that person is completely surrendered to the Krishna, to the Supreme Lord. They are always engaged in bhajan, remembering Krishna's pastimes 24 hours a day. So Rupa Goswami gives this beautiful explanation in the 5th verse of his Upadeshaveta Nectar of Instruction. Krishneti yasya giritam marasadriyeta dikshashtitet pranati bhishta vajantamisham shushrushaya bhajanavidyam ananyamanya nindari shunyam hridam ipsita sangalabhya. So one should honor the Vaishnavas according to their respective levels. It's not that it's all one. We can get caught in a very dangerous situation when you hear we should associate with Vaishnavas. So let's go with the Vaishnavas to the bar. Let's go with the Vaishnavas to the game. Let's go with the Vaishnavas to do all sorts of nonsense activities. No. This is not the meaning of associating with Vaishnavas. Associating with Vaishnavas means associating with the Vaishnavata within each other. And especially it means to associate with those who are superior to us in the depth of their devotion to Krishna. They have awakened more devotion, so we can benefit by their association. And in that association, then we can do Dadati, Pratigranati, Guhyamakyati, Prichati, Bhunte, Bhojagate, Chaiva. We can develop the 6 loving exchanges by which we will progress properly on the path of devotion because of developing relationship with Krishna's devotees. So our Gurudev said we should be careful not to give equal respect to the Kanishta Vaishnava and to the Uttama Vaishnava. This will be aparad to the Uttama Vaishnava. And it will also be embarrassing for the Kanishta Vaishnava. Hopefully, it should be. We should give appropriate respect according to one's depth of devotion, depth of bhakti. If we fail to do so, if we fail to discriminate in terms of what is favorable for our progression on the path of bhakti, then we will be the losers. So it's essential for us to understand these different levels and understand which association is the most favorable. So our Srila Prabhupada said we should try to receive the association of that highest level devotee, if at all possible. And by that association, immediately desire for serving Krishna will awaken in our hearts. One of the natures or the symptoms of the Uttam Bhagavat, by their presence, one begins to chant the holy names of Krishna. And look at to Jharikanda forest, immediately, just by his presence, even the animals began to dance and chant the holy names of Krishna and embrace each other, even those who are natural enemies. Like lions and deer, tigers and deer. They were embracing each other and chanting the names of Krishna. They completely forgot their bodies and everything, and their souls were awakened to chanting the holy names of Krishna by the presence of Krishna in his most magnanimous, magnificent, munificent form as Sri Shachinandan Gaurahari, Krishna tasting the bhavs of the love and affection of Srimati Radhika for Krishna. So upon seeing a Vaishnava, Gurudev is saying even a Kanishta, means a materialistic devotee, will offer pranam and say, please take darshan of our Thakurji, please take his prasad. And he will do nothing more. If someone does disrespect a Vaishnava, then he has not yet even become a Kanishta. So many times when people speaking about Kanishta, Madhyam and Uttam, I always have felt this very strongly, that I'm aspiring to come to the level of Kanishta. But look at even the Uttama Vaishnavas. I'm not anywhere near that, but look at the Uttamas, like Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. One person determined by being in his vicinity for some time that he was a Kanishta Vaishnava. Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, even though he's so high, still he threw his arms in the air and he said, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. I never thought that in this lifetime I would attain to the status of Vaishnava. But today I have received confirmation that I have attained to the status of Vaishnava. This is such a wonderful day because someone said you are Kanishta. Of course, this is not proper honor to such a great personality. But for ourselves, we can look and we can see, wow, imagine he's feeling like that. What to speak of me? Yes, I'm not really yet a Kanishta. Firm faith in the lotus feet of Sri Guru, firm faith in Thakur Seva. What kind of firm anything do I have? Oh, I have a long way to come to Kanishta. I require help that is beyond myself to come to that level. So let me finish this paragraph. So if someone does disrespect a Vaishnava, and we can see, do we have this tendency to still disrespect Vaishnavas? Then he has not yet even become a Kanishta devotee. Narada is saying that if a devotee is really doing archan, then he will not be able to disrespect any Vaishnava. Not even a new devotee can do it. So now we've just been called out, in essence. Narada has married these two conceptions together. If one is actually really properly doing archan, service of Sri Vigraha in the temple, the home temple or the mandir that everyone goes to be together, if one is really doing real archan, then they will not be able to disrespect a Vaishnava. So then it puts into question, if we have this tendency to disrespect Vaishnavas, then am I really doing archan? Real archan, right? Here, he will not be able to, if he's actually doing archan, then he will not be able to disrespect any Vaishnava. So here, Gurudev is giving something interesting. Narada Muni is giving something very interesting. That this is something we need to aspire to come up to. And to not disrespect a Vaishnava, this might not just be something that we can also do on our own. Being conditioned souls, souls who are bound in this material world since time without beginning, we have developed certain proclivities, impressions, dukritis, means demerits. There's spiritual merits and there is material merits, which are like opposite things. We have developed so many impressions, and some of these impressions are such, due to our momentum in this material world, that we have learned to mistrust authority structures. Raise your hand if you think maybe that might have happened to you at one point or another. I lost faith in my entire authority structure when I was 7 years old, of my entire society, when I was 7, until I met my Gurudev when I was, again, how old was I? This was 1996, 22. From that time, I had lost faith in my entire authority structure of my spiritual society. And these days, everyone's lost faith in all material authority structures. So it is natural we develop this kind of mood, mistrust, uncertainty, and if we see certain kinds of natures, also we can react accordingly. Well, how can I respect that as a Vaishnava characteristic? It's definitely not in line with Shastra. So it's very easy to be on that edge. Disrespecting a Vaishnava doesn't mean that we should not be aware and be careful. If we're not aware and not careful, then we are foolish to just accept anything in the name of bhakti. This will bring us down a very, very dangerous and dark path. Oh, this thing is being changed of my Gurudev. This is being changed of my Guru Parampara. This thing's being twisted. This one's being rejected. This one's being thrown out. Oh yes, it's all okay, all okay, all okay. And then later on you realize, where is my Gurudev? I don't recognize my Gurudev, my Guru Varga or Shastra within what I am doing, because I have made light of every strong point my Gurudev and my Guru Varga have given. It means all of their hard work, their hopes, their aspirations, all of the lessons that they've given to us, what they really wanted us to imbibe. Very easily we can lose that thing if we don't use some basic discrimination, vivek. It is essential for us. It is not Vaishnava aparad to see something and think, this is not going to help me in my relationship with my Gurudev. So, okay, you're chanting Hare Krishna, pranam, but from a distance, because it's going to break my faith in my Gurudev. This is not Vaishnava aparad. Aparad means against affection. What would be Vaishnava aparad would be if we accept that association which breaks our faith in our Gurudev and our Guru Varga. That would be Vaishnava aparad. To take the instructions and teachings of our Gurudev and our Guru Parampara and throw them away because someone else is suggesting that it's not important. That's Vaishnava aparad. It's not Vaishnava aparad to keep a distance. Okay, you're chanting Hare Krishna. Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta. Within my mind, I will offer pranam. But if this is not favorable to my development of bhakti, anukul yasya sankalpa, if it does not help me to maintain my vow of only accepting everything favorable to bhakti, and my Guru Nishta is the backbone of my bhakti, then I have no obligation to subscribe to it. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada says this even about one's own Guru, that there is no obligation to maintain allegiance to that person if we can no longer maintain faith in them due to whatever activities which are unkosher, maybe nonsense activities they might be doing. We don't have an obligation to maintain allegiance only if they are altogether good. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, he states this quite emphatically. And there are so many instructions given by all of our Guru Varga in this connection. So we should be careful about being, I'm going to use this word, bullied into the idea that we have to just accept everything and we can never say anything. Maybe not say, but not have a feeling. When your gut and your heart are telling you, whoa, 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 wait a second, this doesn't feel right, then pariprashna should be engaged at that time. Doubt is coming. Then we should discuss, question senior Vaishnavas, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, not just blind, well, I'm so fallen, I'm so low, who am I to think anything? I mean, I guess I should just follow it. Then what happens? Then we end up becoming completely washed away from the path of bhakti. All sorts of apasiddhanta, all sorts of aparad, all sorts of sahajyavad, and everything will come in its place. Srila Gurudev said, if you do not follow the teachings, the moods and the conceptions of your transcendental Gurudev, if you don't hold on tightly to that, then you are bound to become sahajya. Bound. Means you'll start creating and concocting and making things up and following the path of fluff instead of substantiality, which is tattva. What Shri Guru gives is heavy. And that's why Guru is heavy. Guru means heavy and Guru gives heavy. That is substantial. That is grounded in, means foundation is there in Tattva Siddhanta. Shastra is heavy. And what the sadhus are giving is the same as what Shastra and Guru are giving. And this will give us conviction. But when anyone can throw anything away and twist or change anything at any moment, then where is the weight? Where is the heavy? Where is the heaviness? Oh yeah, we've decided that this is, well, we don't like it this way, so we're going to change it like that. Tattva, Siddhanta. So, I was speaking about aparadha. Apagata radha. What is against love and affection? Now we need to understand what is love and affection. And I'm just going to make it really quick because it's quite late. Many people think that love and affection means I love you, you love me, we're one big happy family. No matter what you do or what I do, we'll just accept each other and we will come to a happy medium. I accept you for your, and you accept me for, this is like democracy. This is not tattva, this is not shastra. This is not what our Guru Varga have given. Srila Prabhupada said, if I have the superior conception, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, Krishna, Why should I accept the inferior conception? That is foolishness. He said Vaishnavas never compromise like this. Again and again and again. If you look up where Srila Prabhupada uses the word compromise, he is so strong about it. We don't come to a common mutual, we accept each other for where we're at, so I'm going to drop my level of nishta to accommodate your level of nonsense. No. This is not going to help us move forward on the path of devotion to Guru, to Gauranga, and to Radha and Krishna. Exclusivity, one-pointedness, accepting the instructions and teachings of our Gurudev as our life and soul, not compromising with Maya or the concoctions of the mundaneness of this world. That will propel us forward on the path of devotion, holding on tightly with every bit of energy we have to Guru and Vaishnavas, Gauranga and Radha and Krishna. This will help us to move forward on the path of bhakti. So I was talking about love. We think love is, I love you, you love me. No. Love is defined in Shastra. Atmendriya prativancha taribalikam krishnendriya prati ichcha dhare premanam. Love is when it is for Krishna. What is favorable for him, for his happiness, for his pleasure, for his benefit. And Srimad Bhagavatam confirms that. When you water the root of the tree, then automatically the entire tree is nourished and it is happy. That root is Krishna. When you put food into your stomach, then automatically the entire body is nourished. In the same way, when you give your love, your affection, your attention, your absorption, your everything to Krishna, then automatically everything is taken care of. Everything is satisfied. How to do that? That starts first and foremost by taking shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Gurudev and holding on for dear life. And from that point, Guru will take us and make us qualified and offer us into the service of his Gurudev, and he will offer us into the service of his all the way up the line to Lalita Saki, through Rupa Manjari, and then to Srimati Radhika. She will offer that mood, that intention to Krishna. And this is our hope, this is our aspiration. Our everything starts with Ado Guru Parashray. First and foremost, submitting and surrendering ourselves at the lotus feet of Sri Guru. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rupananga Gaudiya Guru Varga ki jai, Gaura Bhaktivedanta ki jai, Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Because I've just ended and it's getting late, I promise, Keshava Priya Didi, that I will address your question tomorrow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare For being with us today and giving us the opportunity to remember the beautiful teachings and to reflect upon these beautiful teachings of our Gurudev and our Guru Varga. Also, we feel extremely indebted to all of you for giving us this opportunity to do our Guru Seva. So many years before, Srila Gurudev ordered us that we should continue traveling the world and preaching his mission, and you are giving us this opportunity even in such a situation, that we are able to continue doing so. So for that we are indebted and extremely appreciative. We look forward to being with all of you tomorrow. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Bihari Ju ki jai. Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki jai.